What's happening, guys? Today we're talking about, as the title suggests, we're talking about the new-ish Ford Ranger. I say ish because it's been out for technically the model year of 2019. What we're going to talk about is why I believe it is a lacking vehicle. Now, I work in a dealership. I'm in a dealership setting, so I see a lot what happens with vehicles and new models and things like that. I know, or I like to think I know a bit about actual pricing and things like that, and this is where I believe the Ford Ranger is just bizarre. So, Ford is a company built on the Ford Tough Quality name, American brand for the blue-collar working gentleman. I mean, they're kind of like, they have a large spread. I mean, you can get a F-350 dually for like $90,000. But, sorry. However, usually they're considered more of a lesser brand. They're not Lincoln, they're not Cadillac, they're not blah blah blah. They're an average day brand. So that's why I like the Mustang and the F-150 typically outsell their competitors pretty much all the time. Is it because they're necessarily better? I personally don't think so. I don't think F-150 is the best truck, nor has it been the best truck for a minute, but it can't deny it sells the most. Mustang has been around forever. It never had a braking period, while Camaro and Challenger and stuff did. F-150 has been building, is the cheapest out of the big three for truck-wise, for your American brands. And you see somebody on the road that when someone that maybe doesn't know a lot about cars or doesn't care, when they need to go get a truck, F-150. And of course they have what I call their slander campaign going on YouTube for ads and such. That's a different video. But last year they came out with the Ranger and everyone was very excited to have it back. Mid-sized trucks have been doing very well in the United States with Colorado and other vehicles, the Tacoma and things like that. I mean, really, Colorado and Tacoma, Ridgeline and Frontier. Ridgeline's only kind of a truck. I mean, I'm wearing Honda stuff. It's a party truck. It's not bad for what it is, but it's not a truck. Frontier is the cheapest out of the three, and it shows. Oh my goodness, does it show? It's been the same thing forever. It's old. It's not updated. It needs help, and it's the cheapest out of them, and you can tell. If Ford was to continue what they normally do, they should be at a cheaper end of vehicle, but they actually have pretty much the most expensive mid-range truck available. Comparing it directly to Colorado, a fully equipped Ranger costs just as much as, not necessarily fully equipped, but just as much as an F-150. From my local dealer, a entry-level Ranger was like the cheapest one they had. Cloth interior, barely anything on it. Cloth interior is a really easy way to tell vehicles' worth. If it has cloth interior, you know it's lower on the total price-wise. So this was a really basic one, and it cost $37,000. A basic F-150 in the same price or in the same category of vehicle cost $40,000. The next cheapest Ranger my dealer had, we had 10 brand new ones, was, and of course everyone can be different, they could have more cheaper ones, but the next cheapest category was $42,000. That's F-150 price, and I found F-150s at my dealer for $42,000. How can you even think about charging the same price for a midsize as full size? Now, you could argue they're for different people. Technically they are. Those who want a truck but don't need that massive size and everything, get a Ranger. However, how can you get a Ranger when there's things like Colorado on the market? At my local Chevrolet dealer, cheapest Colorados are coming in at like $32,000. And most of them sit in between that area. I should also mention, the most expensive Ranger was $48,000. Almost $50,000 for not even a quarter-ton truck. That is crazy. And of course you can't really do this, but I mean, Colorado comes with a V6, and you know, Ford has their thing like Everyone thinks a traditional mid-size truck needs a V6, but we don't think so. It gets a 2.3-liter 4-cylinder. And Ford's been doing great with the EcoBoost stuff. I won't knock it for the engine. I would rather have the V6, but that's just me. Whatever, doesn't matter. A fully loaded ZR2, so the cool truck from Colorado, can start at $42,000, the exact same price as a just above average Ranger. Now, Ranger is in a really weird spot where they don't have a direct competitor for the ZR2. They kind of do, but not in the States, and I can only imagine what they'd charge for it. Especially when things like Raptor come in at like 60, 70,000. I mean, the Ranger Raptor would have to be like 50, 60, 55,000, and that'd be stupid ridiculous. But anyways, a Colorado, so you get a lift kit, cool wheels, skid plates, you have the chance for the rack, and I think Ranger does have chance for a rack, but whatever. I believe it comes with all-terrain tires. I might be wrong on that, but you get a lot of cool exterior features / practical features that make the ZR2 really cool. The hood scoop and everything on it, it's a really cool looking truck to see it going down the road. I like it a lot. That can start at $42,000 for all those features. The very expensive, or the most expensive Colorado I found was $44,000. So that is the tippy top, not a Bison, but Bisons are really weird, they're kind of limited. So, most expensive ZR2, all kinds of features, $44,000. Most expensive Ranger, almost, or 48, so almost $50,000. And you get almost none of what Colorado ZR2 has. It has the same heated and cool interior and leather and blah 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 that Ranger has for the Lariat version, but you don't get anything extra. You just get that. You don't get any more capable or an extra capable off-road vehicle or anything like that. You just get a slightly nicer truck. And I've seen both side by side, or not side by side. I've seen both with my own eyes. I really do think Ranger is smaller. Like, I swear its bed is smaller than Colorado's. I might be wrong. Oh well, doesn't matter. But it's just you're paying so much more for features that are already coming standard on, like, the Lariat might as well compare to the $38,000 where you start to $38,000 Colorado when you start to get that leather interior and those nice features and things like that. So I don't get it. Sadly, I don't know about Tacoma, but if you get a Tacoma, you're getting an investment because that thing will never lose value for some reason. If you want to buy a car that won't lose value, get a Tacoma. They're amazing at that. I've seen 2008 Tacomas with a smashed-in bumper, scratches all downside, cigarette burned interior, sell for $18,000. And you might be thinking, that guy was an idiot. Yeah, but it's still sold for that much, and brand new ones still selling for almost MSRP. So, I just, on a brand built on having that cool blue-collar name and being affordable for the everyday person, Ranger just doesn't fit it, and I don't think it's going to do well. I think it'll do well for the first little bit because people are like, oh, the Ranger's back, I'll trade in whatever to go get it, the people that can afford it. But the people that, the way I always explain it is, these trucks that are built that should be for, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, but the people that want to use them can't. Because it's too expensive. And at that point, if you're already going for that much money, you might as well just get an F-150. Of course, some people will pay more because they don't want an F-150. But the general populace, if you're going for a truck, probably wouldn't care to get the full size. So, that's where I sit on it. And Colorado gets a V6, which I like more. And ZR2 can come with the diesel. Ranger can come with the diesel, but only in other parts of the world right now. I don't know if they have plans to actually put their diesel in the Ranger that they have in the States. I don't know. As of right now, it has the one gasoline turbo engine option, and that's it. So, that's my, I guess we could call this a rant. Maybe some of it was informative. If you're looking for a small truck, really, even if you don't like Chevrolet, really look into the Colorado. I think it's a very good truck for the deal. If you're looking for something super comfortable that's not crazy expensive or anything and you just need a bed some of the time, Honda Ridgeline isn't bad. If you need a mid-sized truck and you don't care or you can't afford a lot, but for some reason you need a new truck, you need that warranty and stuff, but you really can't afford that, technically you could look into a Frontier. Just don't expect a lot from it. It's gonna not be that great. And if for some reason you just have money laying around and you want a mid-sized truck and you don't care about it at all and you need a Ford, I guess there's Ranger. There's no upside that puts Ranger so far out of everyone else that it deserves the price jump. Especially since they have F-150 that everyone gets. They have the cheapest of the muscle cars, and how many Mustangs have people seen? So I don't know. Just always be an informed buyer of what else is in the market you're looking for. So that'll do it for today. That's my little tangent segment over. As always, like, comment, subscribe. If you liked or disliked anything in the video, put it down below. Very much appreciated if you've made it this far. And I will see you in the next video.